Getting the holiday band back together.
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Bear from SpikyBits.com, and in this video, we're going to unbox and build the new Goff Rocker, the current holiday miniature for 2022. Although last year, I think they put out a bonus commemorative miniature out around Christmas time. But, you know, we don't know if that's going to happen again this year. And this is $35 from Games Workshop. But indulge me for a minute. Let me grab my tinfoil hat. And I want to just throw a little conspiracy theory at you real quick. This is an article that I'm currently working on, and we'll eventually put this out. But it was just something I was thinking about the other day when it came to the holiday miniatures. I was like, man, when they announced it, I was like, man, another orc miniature. There's been a few of those. I wonder why. And then it dawned on me that it was like the 1st of November. And I was like, oh, I have an idea. And just hear me out. Just hear me out. I mean, it's purely coincidental, but I find it almost anecdotal that this has happened for all these years in a row now. So the Games Workshop holiday minis have been around for a while, but this is, I believe, the third, 2020, 2021, and 2022 that have been orc miniatures. Now, you may remember the Speed Freak box when GW coined the term Orktober way back in 2018. And you may also remember that it didn't go over the best because this box set actually released in November. So fast forward to 2019, you know, they got panned on social media, whatever. It's GW, I don't think they really care. Fast forward to 2019, and we got the Slaanesh Rocker, the Noise Marine with the guitar and everything. And that was cool for the time because it was like, hey, that's neat. But GW didn't say boo about Orktober. Then fast forward to Gorzag and Nickit in 2020. And as you can see right here, these guys came out in December, and they were available from December 26th to January 3rd. However, if you start thinking about it, like, wait a minute, okay, so GW didn't do anything for Orktober this year, obviously, in 2020, but everybody else did because every other manufacturer onboarded the term Orktober. And they go about it in September, in October, in somewhat in November, and then, you know, it's still in everybody's mind. So it's almost like Games Workshop played the reverse Uno marketing card and onboarded the people that are onboarding their Orktober term that they already coined in 2018, right? So everybody else, you know, around the sun says Orktober and does Orktober things. GW doesn't really anymore. It's almost like it, you know, it was kind of taken from them, and they put out the Orc Codex around there in September one year, the new one, but there really hasn't been anything since. So in 2020 we got models, and then this guy was revealed in early November of 2021, and this was actually it was available up until the end of the year, much like the Goff Rocker today. And then of course we got the Goff Rocker, and they just unveiled this 2 weeks ago, right after Orktober ended. And so they got a little bit of a free marketing bump by that reverse Uno card. I don't think, you know, it's just a kind of funny haha coincidence. But it is interesting that all three of the last miniatures since Orktober was actually coined, and then the preceding year after, where they didn't really mention it because they got a little panned in social media. But it's just an interesting anecdote to kind of think about. And maybe they just really did play that reverse Uno marketing card, which is just kind of hilarious in general to me. Okay, so back to the actual content in it. No more tinfoil hats. So Goff Rocker, like I said, $35, and this is still available. You can get it as long as you order it up until December 31st. They are promising that you will be able to get one on Games Workshop site. So here's a couple of looks at that guy right there, and he's got an amp or speaker squig, whatever you want to call him. It comes in the little plastic tray that we've seen in the past, which is pretty neat. I mean, it kind of makes you feel like you're getting something, and then you can pop this bad boy out, although it seems a little bit harder to pop this bad boy out. This go around. And 40 mil base right there. And then as far as instructions go, let's see what we got here. And now something I was puzzled by, you know, in the past, some of these guys counted as something, but there isn't any rules on here. So I guess you can kind of just use them as whatever work you want on a 40 mil base. Now, as far as assembly goes, he is the chocolate Easter Bunny, you know, the hollow chocolate Easter Bunny candy piece there with the hollow insides. And then it looks like you put the squig together here, and the squig looks like he's 4 different pieces. So the squig himself is 4 different pieces, including the Orks boot right there. And then you've got the guitar here, which unfortunately is not its own separate bit. It looks like it still has the hand attached to it. The squig goes on there, and then the strap of the guitar there. And you can put pretty much whatever head you want on this guy, it looks like, which is kind of neat. And then of course you can put whatever hand you want. In this case, it's a fragmentation drop the mic piece right there. And that's pretty much it. It seems like it's going to be a pretty simple and very quick build here to just kind of work up this little guy. Diving into the sprue itself here, you can see it's definitely well detailed. I mean, the head has got a lot going on here, very crisp. The fragmentation grenade is very crisp. I think this actually goes on his belt, yeah, because there's his guitar strap, and the guitar strap has, let's see, let's wait for it to adjust. I thought it had, oh, that's the back, that's why. So it's got all the chord strings in there and everything, which is really nice, and got a bunch of little details there, so you can kind of go wild with some of that. And flipping back to here, you can see the speaker, the squig amp, and then yeah, lots going on. Really cool kind of band jacket right there. So let's get this guy clipped out and see what we can do with him. So it dawned on me when I was getting this guy together here that I realized the glue I used, this actually slid a little bit more towards his mouth, so be a little careful with that. Make sure it attaches and it dries, because if not, this has a tendency to kind of go that way, and you can see it's still a little bit loose, and you don't want him like looks like he's eating the mic. You definitely want to get some separation there, and it looks like it's still a little tacky, and that's okay. But other than that, I think it's really neat that this hand is actually attached here. At first I thought it was kind of dumb, but then I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, well, you could actually attach this to any orc. You know, you could have them pointing with it or something like that. So that's kind of like a neat little thing there. And then being able to have whatever hat you want too. You can't switch the torso out, unfortunately, but everything else seems pretty solid as far as that goes. I mean, you can see it's pretty well detailed. Even the speaker grills, the Vox grill there, and the little speaker amp squig thing is very neat. And you know, it's a nice little diorama because it's on like a 40mm base. And then here's how it stacks up to a primary Space Marine. So obviously the Orks are always fun in size, and he's got his tactical squig right there when it comes to this guy right here. So very, very cool, super duper easy build. And if you know, getting these holiday miniatures and these fun things are you know, your favorite part of the holidays, then I definitely recommend picking this guy up. And hopefully, you know, of course, like I always say, you can get yours for less from dicehead.com, Amazon, or hopefully your local game store as well. So short and sweet, to the point. We'll get out of here and go do something else. Before we go, and before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to give me the very first to like and comment on all our videos. If you liked that video feature, consider supporting us over at patreon.com and get back in the mail each month a miniature crate full of some of the stuff we review here, as well as some of the top 3D artist designs out there too, to help support what they're doing. Plus, discount coupon codes from some of those same manufacturers. They're yours to keep, whether you cancel or stay on. It's totally up to you. Obviously, we want to keep you as happy as possible. So check it out over at patreon.com/spikybits.